Hi, Kerry. This is Sissy Wickes. Thank you so much for participating in Clinics for a Cause, and thank you so much for sending this video of your nice black horse. So let me first say that there's plenty to like about this horse, and I know in your note you said he'd had some time off, and so he's a little bit slower on the uptake than you had hoped. My first impression when you come into the ring, you're coming right at the camera, and I see you swinging off the bars of his mouth, which means you're going left, right with your hand, and his head is swinging left, right, but you're not getting any collection. And that is not something I like to see at any level on any horse. So I'd rather see him trot in on a loose rein than have you just moving his head around like that. It's not attractive, and it's also not a good sign as to what's next. The first jump is nice. He's a good jumper. He has nice form. He obviously is brave to the jumps, or he doesn't put a foot wrong on here. But my first impression with him just kind of swinging off your hand and not getting collected around spills into what I see over fences. So if I were to give you advice about how to improve your scores, it would be to get this horse more broke on the flat. His top line isn't great conformationally. He looks a little weak behind. He doesn't look like he's got a whole lot of muscle over his back. And I think if you could put some flat work into him and teach him how to get more on the bridle and more collected. I mean, we don't want them, bent in half, but certainly a little shape to his canter. I think you'll get some shape to that jump. So again, first jump was nice. You're now coming up the outside, and you have a great eye. I mean, you do quite a nice job on him. You're consistent. And I think he's got plenty of quality to go ahead and make him up. I'm not sure if you're a professional or an amateur or what you are, but he's really quite a nice horse. He looks like he's got enough scope. You can see down that first diagonal to the oxer, you have to pull on the mouth 2 strides out just to balance him a little bit, and he gets upside down. So he inverts in his shape instead of rocking back on his hock. Same thing to the outside line near the judge, where you're deep coming into that line, because when you go to adjust, he just pulls his head up in the air and doesn't really back off the jump. So I think you've got quite a nice horse here. I think he's saleable, or he's rideable, whatever you want to do with him. And I think that the answer to good scores, and I mean, worth every minute of it in terms of quality, is to go ahead and put some flat work in him and try to teach him just to have a little bit of shape in that canter, and do some exercises to try to teach him to get rounder and use his back more over the jumps. But really, really quite a nice horse. Thank you. I hope I see you in person. Kerry, now I'm looking at your second round, and you're actually carrying a bit more pace here, and you have him pushed up into your hand a little bit more, and I think that's ultimately going to work out better. He doesn't break over yet. He doesn't give you a whole lot of roundness yet, but you're able to just compact that stride enough with the more impulsion and a little bit more of a feel that he's producing some nice jumps. So I think he's laid up against that martingale just a little bit. So again, his reaction to your hand is just to get inverted instead of to break over. So work on that. I'm just watching you jump down this last line. Work on that, and I think you've got what you want here. His expression is so cute, and that face marking is so cute that when he walks in the ring, the judge is going to want to like him. And that sounds silly maybe to you, but it is a very significant attribute to have in a horse, that when it walks in the ring, you go, oh, look at that. That's a nice looking horse, or isn't that great? Or he's got a good expression, or so I think you have a nice show horse here. Thank you.